Hi, my name is Brianna McCarthy, and I'm the CEO and founder of Brianna Brows. Today, March 4th, 2021, marks a full year that Brianna Brows, my business, has been in business. I launched March 4th, 2020. 2 weeks later, the pandemic hit in the USA, and I had a choice at that moment. I could sink or I could swim. And I just determined within myself that not only would I swim, but I would not just survive, but that I would thrive. And I am in awe of what we have been able to accomplish in just under a year. And I hope that this video is inspiring to you to also thrive no matter what circumstances you find yourself in. So what is Brianna Brows? Brianna Brows exists to answer the pain point of people who have thinning or sparse lashes and brows, and they want a natural solution to help them grow them beautifully. People always ask me, why brows? I love brows.
You don't know somebody for 18 years and not see them transition and develop and grow. And she has had her hand in a lot of things, and everything that she touches is gold. But she's always come back to the brow aesthetic. To see her launch a business called Brianna Brows that's been her. Like, I feel like it has. She should have launched this business when she was like 2 years old.
One of my favorite aunts, her name was Betty Davis. She was this fiery, stylish, amazing stylist, hairstylist, and I wanted to be like her. I'm like, she's fantastic. I want to be like her. So I went to a vocational high school, and I'm going to date myself or age myself here. In 1994, I was a sophomore in high school, and I had to pick a major. And naturally, I'm like, oh, I'm going to pick cosmetology because I want to be like my Aunt Betty. And my mom, who was raising 7 kids, she was a single mom, I told her I wanted to take this class, and she had to get this money together. She got the money together, and I was able to enroll in the class. And I remember a few weeks into the program, we're sitting on like the floor doing mannequins, like rolling. We were rolling that day. And so I'm rolling a mannequin, and we're all quiet because we're all working. And I just burst out and was like, I hate this. I realized at that moment, I loved my aunt. I loved that she could do hair, and that I could actually do hair, but it's not what I enjoyed. What was fortunate for me was that they taught other things other than hair. Of course, I learned how to do hair and cut and color, but they also talked about hair, nails, and skin. And so I really took to like the skin portion. And once I finished, I focused more so on makeup, skin, and that type of thing. And I started doing makeup, and everybody knew me not for makeup, although the makeup was good, don't get me wrong. But people always admired how well I did brows, and that's something that kind of stuck with me. Fast forward to 2019, I decided to open a beauty bar in the Chicagoland area. It was called Amani Beauty Lounge. And I initially had planned on doing a number of services. I wanted to do like facials and eyelash extensions and facial waxing, that type of thing. All of the type of aesthetics type things. Although I had all of these things on the menu, 99.99999% of my clientele came to me for brows. Now, of course, they would get their brows and get a facial, but they all wanted brows. And I just realized at that point, like, man, this really is my thing. And one of the things that I noticed, because I would always try to connect with my clients, I created an environment where they could really come and relax, and for the hour that they were with me, that they would just let their stress from the day melt off, and they would feel pampered. And as my clients started to talk to me, a lot of them had a similar pain point. They wanted to grow their lashes and brows, and they didn't feel their best because they were thin or they were sparse, and so many of them would lay down, because I had a nice comfy table, and they would say, make me beautiful. And it wasn't just a saying. They really did feel more beautiful when I would wax and then also tint their brows to make their brows more full. And I thought to myself, well, because tint only lasts a few days. You can get 7 days off of a good brow tint. I didn't want their confidence to melt away when the 7th day took away that last bit of tint for their brows. I wanted them to feel that way every day. And so I started a program called Brow Rehab, and I started formulating the oil to use on my clients. They would come every 2 weeks, they would use the oil. And I remember one client in particular, she was saying that she never really had full brows, but we had started, using oil and just going special treatments on her brow. And the confidence that came back to her, it was, I can't even put it into words, but I saw something change in her. This confidence, this assurance of herself that was not there before. When it came to the appearance of her brows, I thought to myself, if I could give this feeling to every woman or whoever else wants to grow their brows back, if I could give them this feeling, that's what I want to do. That's the impact I want to make. So it was never really about making money for me. Although, of course, the name of the game is to make money. But my first priority really was helping women feel beautiful again, feel confident in themselves and what they already have. And for so many, eyebrows frame the face. It's the very first thing you see when you look at somebody's face, is their eyes and their eyebrows. And, in this country, 85 million people per month purchase products to help fill in their brows. And I'm like, well, if some of those people have issues because their brows are thinning, I want to help. And that is when Brie-On Brows was born.
I have been using Brie-On Brows for almost a year now, and I can honestly say that it has improved the overall health and appearance of my brows from start to finish, from the brow oil and the Nourish scrub all the way to the grooming tools. I have been an avid believer and fan of the Brie-On Brow brand since the very beginning.
I have known Brianna for a few years, and one of the things I always told her way before she had a brow line is that I thought she had the most amazing brows. So when she came out with a brow line, it made so much sense, and I was excited to support her as my friend. But then when I purchased this pencil, oh my goodness, I can't say enough about how the color really matches your hair color. It's light and it's very easy to use. I have now already made 2 purchases, and I will be getting some more.
Before I officially launched, I did a lot of research because I wanted to make sure that the product worked. And then I tested out on my clients, and it did work. And I knew that I needed to really give this business the time and attention that it needed in order for it to grow. So before I even had a business, I joined a business circle.
We met in a business group. And what's odd about that is when we met, Brianna had no business. Literally, she had not established a business. So this was about 11 months ago, and Brianna was exploring the idea of starting a business. So we would go back and forth and trade ideas and wonders about which business she should start and how she should start and what she was interested in. And needless to say, her idea came to mind, and it was great. It was a great fit for her. And she did all this research and all this homework about her newfound business, like literally her newfound business. So we will watch her come back and report on new ingredients and product development, and oh my God, this does this, and if she mixes this with that, it would do this, and boom, we have Brie-On Brows. And I'm telling you guys, when she presented I just remember the jar. When she presented the golden jar, honey, I love gold. So I just remember that moment, and I thought, oh, honey, okay, they not ready, because she didn't just bring no ordinary jars, honey. She brought these golden jars. Okay, I'm buying one. I knew that. So then, fast forward to less than 6 months, She's in essence. And then came Oprah. And then came British Vogue. And I'm like, you know why this is working? Because she is putting in the work.
I do have a business coach. His name is Lamar Tyler. And he helps to really help especially Black entrepreneurs flourish. He teaches the resources and the systems. He gives the resources and the systems that you need to really thrive. And I knew that both he and his wife Ronnie, they had what I needed to make this business what it needed to be. And so before I even had a business, I jumped into one of his coaching programs. And I can honestly say that a lot of my success has been because I've been connected not only to him, but the community that I've gotten through being in his programs.
For a company like hers to start and get to where she has in the first year isn't easy, right? But what it takes is exactly what this sister has: grit, determination, tenacity, not quitting when everybody else around you is laying down and saying, "Hey, I'm done. This can't work. We can't be successful this year." It's a pandemic going on. There's civil unrest going on. There's so many different things going on in the world. But the people I've consistently seen rise and conquer, right? Year after year, and they go from 0 to 5 figures to 6, 6 to 7, 7 to 8 and beyond, are the people that have that level of grit and tenacity that I'm talking about. I remember seeing her in our Facebook groups, and she would come and say, "Hey, what do y'all think about these bottles?" Right? People give her feedback. She say, "All right, cool." She come back and say, "What do you think about this logo?" People give her feedback. She say, "All right, cool." She come back and say, like, "What do you think about this product? What do you think about this pricing?" Right? She came one time and said, "Hey, what do y'all think about these photos? I took product shots. What do you think about these photos?" I looked at them. I said, they all right. I said, they cool. I said, they cool. I didn't say they was bad. I couldn't say they was good. I said, they all right. And she went and she said, "All right, I'll be back." Right? And she came back and improved it. But again, it's that level of grit and tenacity. That's what separates the people that can make it from the people that don't.
I wish I could say when I started, I had a stockpile of money and I had, all of these things. But if I'm honest, when I started, I didn't have anything. When the pandemic hit, I basically had to scrape up the little bit I had to really push myself forward, to get product, to really try to market myself. I started with nothing. And that's the beautiful thing. Just because you start one way does not mean you have to end that way.
I remember a phone call in particular. She had called me and she only had about 100 or less than 200. It's about 100 or so to her name for this business. And I remember her saying, "Okay, I'm going to spend $20 for postcards, and then I'm going to send this to get this done and that to get that done." So to be able to witness her make over 6 figures in this brand in less than a year, when I've witnessed her personally start this brand with pennies, is nothing short of amazing. Nothing short of amazing. Her faith has just been wonderful to watch even during this time. She takes so much joy and passion in what she does for this brand.
Most business owners start off as solopreneurs. I did too. I did my own website. I did my own photo shoots of my models. I hired a makeup artist, but I did took all the photos and videos. I did my own PR. I did my own social media. I did my own everything. My fulfillment, manufacturing, distribution, importing, all of those things I had to do on my own. I want to tell people who think that this has been easy, or who would assume that the journey has been easy, and I know it has not. It's been difficult. The only thing that has gotten me to where I am is that I didn't stop. I didn't give up. I didn't throw in the towel. There's so many times where I'm like, this is too hard. This is too hard. I should just do something else. But I made myself commit past the difficulty, And I'm so glad that I did, because we have seen a tremendous amount of success in under a year. I have to keep reminding myself that a lot of the major milestones and opportunities we've had, we were not even a year old. Our first bit of notoriety, if you will, came in, I want to say August of 2020, when we were featured by Essence. They had a platform called Shop Essence Live. They featured my brand, and they also put our products on their website. Then we landed in OPRAH magazine. After that, we have been featured in Vogue 3 times. And just a few short weeks ago, we were featured on The View, all in under 1 year. And when I think about it, my mind is absolutely blown. And people around me have to keep reminding me, like, Bree, you know it's only been a year, right? It hasn't even been a year, right? You know it's only been 6 months, Bree. You know it's only been 9 months. And it really has been a whirlwind. It has been, I am utterly amazed at how far we've come. I want to be clear. Yes, I did work hard. Yes, I did show up for my business. Yes, I did put the systems in place. Yes, I did work hard, you know. Yes, I did. But I can't take the credit for how far I've come. And I'm not even, people know I'm not a crier, but this is a testament of what God's grace and favor can do for your life. I've started a lot of businesses before, and none of them have been even remotely as successful as this one has. And the difference is that I committed this business to the Lord.
To actually see the success that she has been able to acquire in 1 year, it's nothing but God first, and then her hard work. So Bree on Brows, I'm just so happy for her. Congratulations. 1 year of business, like the things that she's been able to accomplish in this 1 year, people don't see for like maybe 5 years, 10 years. And so congratulations, Bree on Brows. Thank you for getting us together up here, and I wish you much, much, much more success.
And honey, I just want to fan the flames, child, because Bree on Brows, she's a force to be reckoned with. Y'all better watch out, honey. Yes, you tell them Miss Pretty told you.
I am just so proud and happy to be able to witness her grow this brand into something big, something that gives people their life back, pretty much. And just to see her do this has just been amazing. And I'm just so proud and so happy, Brianna, for you and Bree on Brows. And I've been with you since the beginning. And like I told you, I am going to be able to witness you take this all the way to the top. And you're doing just that. You're doing just that. And I'm just happy just to be able to have a front row seat.
Hey guys, I want to congratulate Brianna McCarthy, aka Miss Bree on Brows, on what shaped up to be an amazing first year in business. I just want to again congratulate you on an amazing first year. The things you've done is what a lot of people can't do. And for everybody that's on the sidelines watching, I'm telling you, you better get hooked up with this sister and with this company, Bree on Brows, right? If you look and say, you know, wow, what would it have been like to be there at the beginning of an Ebony, of an Essence, right? Of L'Oreal, right? Like whoever you can think of, you have that opportunity now. Support her, pray over her, encourage her, equip her so that she can get to where she needs to get to, because the destiny of her and this company is going to not just impact her and her family, but our entire community and millions around the world. Peace.
I guess I'll end this by simply saying thank you. And that's not an empty thank you, but I mean that from the bottom of my heart to my tribe members, literally thousands of people that I don't even know have chosen to make a purchase and to repurchase and to tell people about my brand. And for that, I truly am grateful. I'm grateful for my friends and family who have also supported me, who have prayed for me, encouraged me. I'm thankful for my husband who's helped me behind the scenes, for my mom and my brother Brandon, and my dad, for so many people who have really been a part of my journey, who, and this is going to sound so corny, but who have been the wind beneath my wings, who kept me floating. I thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And here's to another amazing year for Breon Browse.